Nou, we hebben vanochtend, deze ochtend voor jullie twee gasten. We hebben Eliza Taylor en Tasha Dales. Dus geef hem een applaus voor de dames.
Hi.
Good morning. How was the first night in the Netherlands today?
It was great. We went and had a little dinner.
A lovely dinner.
Yeah,
Very romantic.
it was. A lot to catch up on.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you went into Utrecht last night or not?
Amsterdam.
Oh, Amsterdam.
Yeah.
You have a hotel in Amsterdam. Oh, it's very luxurious. And of course, yesterday we already spoke. I already asked you, how did you become an actress? But for you, Tasha, how did you become an actress?
Oh man. Well, I wanted to be an actress since I was a kid. My mom said no. So I basically went to school. I went to college. I got a finance degree in business. I graduated and the stock market crashed. And I said to my mom, I want to be an actress. So I was 25 and I gave myself 3 years to see if I could do it. And it worked. The rest is history.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because yesterday, Eliza, you told us that you were broke in LA when you got the job. It's basically the same for you then.
Yes. If you want to be broke, you should look at becoming an actress.
Well, for you, Eliza, looking back on the whole situation, do you have any regrets on how you lived in LA before you became big with the 100 and broke through?
I mean, I definitely, I wasn't very well prepared. I was very naive and I went into it thinking I'm just gonna go and everything's gonna work out. And now looking back, I probably would have saved a bit more money, found a place to live, things like that. But I was young and carefree, and thankfully it worked out anyway.
And when you got the call, Tasha, that you could be in the 100 or audition for the 100, what was it like for you? Where were you? Did you know it's gonna be big or?
No. I kept on getting called, the 100 kept on calling, so I auditioned for Anya, I auditioned for a lot of different grounders, and I remember by the time I got the audition for Echo, I was like, okay, I've auditioned for these guys so many times, what else do they want? And so I started reading it, and there was this moment where Echo spits on Bellamy's face. And I was like, And I kept on reading. I was like, this girl is sassy. And I immediately was intrigued. And and I went into the audition, and I guess it was meant to be that Echo was for me. So.
But you could have been Anya, if I hear you correctly.
Pardon me?
You could have gotten another role in the series.
Yes.
And you probably would have died.
I probably would have died.
Yeah. So it's a good thing you got it.
Well, a question for the both of you then. If you could have played another character on the show, which one would it have been?
I always say Murphy. I love Murphy. I think he's a complicated fellow.
He is a complicated fellow. There's so many good characters on the show. I always switch it up between Octavia, Lexa, and Jaha.
Nice, great taste.
Just for variation.
While we're on the subject, and a question in a similar spirit, if you wouldn't become an actor, what would you have become in life? What job would you want to do besides acting?
Well, I told you this yesterday. I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I did too.
Did you?
I did.
No way.
We would have been marine biologists together.
That's really sweet. And then acting was the option B, right? No, the second option. No. I'm just curious, what inspired you to become actresses? What was like the work or the actress or the actor that you saw that you were like, damn, I want to do that for a living?
I mean, you know, Meryl Streep, like, she's just one of the best actors, I think, of all time. But yeah, I mean, there's so many people that inspire me in this industry. How about you?
Actresses specifically, or
Actors or directors or painters or
I mean,
maybe family members, or it could be anyone.
yeah, I mean, I think the experience of acting for me at the beginning was really exciting. I loved it. I felt present. I felt like really just like alive, you know? And then they say you like catch the bug, you know? And I was like, oh, I have to do this now, you know? And then you start getting inspired by the people around you and, you know, the great actors of our time, yeah.
And for you, Eliza, what is the magic of playing a role such as Clark that you did? What is the magic for you to become an actress?
I think just diving into, you know, the human psyche and getting to explore situations and characters that you wouldn't ordinarily come across. And I think Clark was just a dream character to play because she was so different to any other character I'd played and so different to me as well.
Nice. And maybe also nice, because this is the first time I have a duo panel. What is the favorite scene of each other that you guys did? So of the other character. I'm curious, you know? You saw the work that you guys did of each other?
I remember, I think it was like the first time that you and I worked together. I had to hold a sword to your neck.
Yeah.
So that was a bit scary.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was. And that was the first time that I went, whoa, Tassia's like really good. You just transformed into this warrior. And I was like, okay, I see you.
I was terrified that day. I was like,
Couldn't tell.
thanks, babe.
Did you also really meet on set that day, or no way?
Yeah.
Had we met before?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, yeah.
Yeah.
Because previously I had only worked with Bob, really, and Marie.
For the most part, yeah.
Wow, that's insane. And by the way, for the audience, we will do questions from you guys in like 5 minutes. So if you have a question for the ladies, please make a line in front of the stage. You can ask anything you want, just normal stuff, of course, but don't get too crazy. But you can make a line in front of the stage and we will go through them in 1 or 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I don't know. We're going to talk for 1 second more. Now I was curious, because the writer's strike is over right now, and the organization gave me a whole list of questions, just in case we couldn't talk about the work. And they were so fun, I was like, I'm going to ask you a few of them. And they were very trivial, so I'm very sorry. But one of the questions was, what do you guys like to cook when you're at home? So when there's nobody around, you're in the kitchen, is there anything you like to eat, to make? Or give your husband, they say to Bob, make this for me, or...
Bob makes a great steak, and it's my favorite thing. And he also makes incredible sourdough bread. But one thing we like to do together is to make fresh pasta.
Pasta?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's nice. What kind of pasta?
Tagliatelle.
Nice.
That's a good one. I like pizza.
Pizza?
I'm a pizza person. Yeah.
Making it yourself, or just putting it in the oven and walking away?
A little bit of both.
And one other question that I saw, which was really funny, it was, what was the best Christmas or birthday present you have ever gotten? The most memorable? I know they're very trivial questions, but I was like, oh, these are kind of fun. So I'm sorry. But...
I don't know.
Well, think about it. I will come back to it later. Let's go to the first question of the audience.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have one question for both of you guys. If you have, or like, did you give any characteristics to your character in the hundreds, or did you get any from your character? So did you give them something of yourself, or the other way around?
Yeah, I think, with every character you play and every audition you get, you have to inject a little bit of yourself in there to make it your own, and to differentiate yourself from however many other actors are going for that role. So I think I definitely inject a little bit of me into every character, including Clark. But what that is, I don't know.
Yeah, same. You always bring a little bit of yourself into your character, but you also develop the character as you go. Like Echo is that me?
Yeah, I hear it too. Probably somebody from the Technic should... is it annoying for the audience? A bit, 50-50. Well, we're going to talk through that. Hopefully they're going to fix it. It's gone already. No, it's back. 50-50, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I mean, Echo was a tough time because she was so fierce. She was so fierce, and so strong, and so still. And I had to develop that. I didn't come in necessarily like that. But yeah.
And what about the other way?
Oh, sorry, one question per audience member. But thank you. Let's go on to the next question.
Hello. Hi. I love you guys. Okay, I have 2 questions, but I can only put one.
Yeah, just
Okay.
pick the best one you got.
Okay, so then I'm gonna ask you guys, because Echo, you dated Bellamy in the later seasons, and Eliza, you're now married to Bob. So were there ever any awkward vibes or tension between you guys because they were so close in the show, and now you're literally married?
No. I don't, the short answer is no. I mean, yeah, I think
We all hung out quite a bit.
We did.
So we were kind of always hanging out. And,
Yeah.
and that was the crew.
Yeah.
And I feel like I knew too. I was like,
There's a lot of chemistry there.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think as actors, we all know, we know what's real and we know what's not. And I don't know, we're also such good friends that it never came between us at all.
Thank you for the question. And also, what was the funniest moment you guys had on set? The funniest, just behind the scenes. What did somebody make a blooper or make a silly joke or?
There were a lot. There were
A lot of jokes.
a lot of jokes. I mean, Richard Harmon pranking Lola is still one of my favorite things.
Does anybody know that story?
The prank wars.
Prank war?
I don't see any hands.
Wow.
It's a long story.
It's a long story, but basically there was a prank war between Lola and Richard that got real intense real quickly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I still think about it fondly.
Yeah.
What's the funniest prank they did in the prank war?
Richard cut off all of the heads of Lola's stuffed animals
No way.
and then
Hung them from the ceiling
hung them from the ceiling.
of her hotel room.
Like a horror scene.
Yes.
Yes.
That's messed up.
Yes. Things got ugly.
Let's go to the next one.
Hi, I have a question for Eliza that I asked Bob in June when he came here. What's your favorite scene between Bellamy and Clark?
Can you say it one more time, a bit more into the microphone?
Yes. What's your favorite scene between Bellamy and Clark?
Between Bellamy and Clark, oh my gosh, there's so many. I mean, I love our scene in Day Trip. It's episode 8 of season 1, Under the Tree. I think that was the first time Bellamy and Clark really connected. And there was a great scene on the beach in season 3, I want to say, or maybe it was 4. It was when, oh God, it was when the sea people came up from and took us to Luna's rig. Yeah, that was a beautiful scene, and I mean the finale of season 2 where they pull the lever.
There has to be a lever moment.
Yeah. I have a million. I mean, it was always just such good fun working with Bob. So that's just a couple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I was wondering if both of you guys would go to Comic-Con yourself as a visitor. As what character would you dress up and why? It doesn't have to be from the 100.
Well, yesterday I said, do you mean if we came in
Yeah, if you guys
cosplay?
came, yeah, in cosplay, yeah.
I said Sailor Moon yesterday.
Are you gonna stay with your choice, or are you gonna switch it up?
Might switch. We saw an amazing Deadpool yesterday.
Yes.
And I was like, that's badass. I would love to wear
really
that
cool.
costume.
For some reason, my mind always goes to Deadpool. I don't know why. But also, like, Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman.
Oh, yeah.
Would be so cool.
You would rock
That
that.
would be so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would love to see you two as Deadpools. But now, just one more thing, because what is your favorite franchise besides The 100? If you could have played in any franchise, yesterday we talked about it for a short brief of time, but what would it be today for you guys? Just any franchise. It could be Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
I'd love to be in Harry Potter.
Really? Are you a Potterhead?
I'm not a pothead per se.
Well, the Potterhead, not a Pothead. Two
I'm
different-
not either one of those.
All right.
But I mean, I just recently rewatched the movies, and it would be so fun to be in that world.
Nice.
I love X-Men growing up. I used to love the X-Men, so
Really?
yeah, that's like nostalgic for me.
Ooh. Is there any superpower you would have loved to get? If you could pick any superpower.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like being Mystique would be fun because you could like shapeshift and like do pranks on people, which would be really funny for me.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Scare my mom and dad a little bit, I don't know. But yeah.
Let's go to the next one.
I asked Bob the same question, but you guys get a lot of questions. What is your favorite this or that? But what is your least favorite season and why?
What is your least favorite season and why? Correct?
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe your least favorite moment that happened to your character or your favorite character. What else you do?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like, as a viewer, things got real dark in season 3. Like, it was a lot
I
of
was gonna say season 3.
a lot of gore and torture, and that for me, as someone watching the show, was like, ugh. It was too much. But also, you know, I didn't love killing Bellamy in season 7 either. So there's, yeah, season 3 and 7, I would say.
I agree.
Easy as that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And by the way, I see a little bracelet on your arm. Is Is that from a fan?
Yes, I got 3 yesterday.
No way.
Yeah.
So you really wear the bracelets that fans give you?
Yeah,
You also?
of course.
What do the bracelets say?
Mine says, one of them says the 100, the other one says Bob, and the other one says Eliza. Yeah.
It's really sweet. And yours?
One says the 100 and the other one says Eliza. The other one says Tassia.
Right, thank God. Let's get to the next one.
Hi. My question was, what did it feel like for the first time when someone recognized you on the streets, just walking randomly somewhere, and someone recognized you?
The first time that happened, I was really shocked, but also really flattered. You know, I wasn't expecting it, but it was really lovely that someone had watched the show and recognized me and wanted to have a chat. So yeah, it was cool.
The first time someone recognized me, I was at a Mexican burrito place called Chipotle. And I was with my boyfriend at the time, and the person making my burrito was like, wait. She's like, are you on the 100? And I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, wow. And my boyfriend was like, really? And there was a long lineup and she just froze. And then I started getting anxious because I was like, I don't know what to do now. I was like, guacamole? And we'll talk after, thank you. But it was really sweet. It was like, that was like, you know, you walk away just being like, wow, like that's so like lovely, you know? It was really sweet.
It's Chipotle, yeah. Nice, nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to the dinosaur.
I have a really silly question.
I'm sorry, could you repeat it one more time? A bit more into the microphone.
I have a really silly question. If Clark was able to do backflips, would he want to invest that?
It's really hard to understand you. Maybe the person next to you could phrase it.
If Clark was able,
It's because of the whole suit.
if Clark was able to do backflips, would he have want to invest in himself?
If Clark was able to do backflips,
So, if Clark was able to do backflips,
would he have done one?
could he? We really want to help you.
To impress Lexa.
If Clark could do backflips, would he be able to do it to impress Lexa?
Would he do one to impress Lexa?
Could he do one to impress Lexa?
I'm sure Clark can.
Yeah?
I cannot.
Cannot.
But if that's what impressed Lexa, I mean, sure, she would do it. She loves her.
Well, thank you, Dinosaur, for the question.
Thank you, Dinosaur.
Have
You
a
look
nice-
great.
Yeah, it's an amazing suit.
Hi, I was wondering what your favorite memories of the 100.
So many.
We have so many, yeah.
So many. Like every day was just full of action.
You know, I feel like for me, one of the great things about shooting out in the woods, some of my best memories, like out in the national forest, there was no cell phone reception, so we actually had to talk to each other, get to know each other, and we would just spend hours and hours, you know, forming this great bond, and you know, we made friends for life on that show, and it's pretty special. So yeah, I would say being out in the mountains was lovely.
Do you remember that one time the bear
I remember the bear.
came to set?
A bear visited us on the set.
And Eliza put her hands up for some reason?
It was in the scene.
Oh! I didn't know that. I remember being like, interesting choice.
you want to?
No, that's just, that made me laugh a lot.
Well, thank you.
Alan, I had a question for both of you. What was your hardest scene to film on the set?
One more time. What was your hardest?
Scene to film.
The hardest scene to film. Right? There was the.
There was a lot of hard scenes, a lot of very emotionally heavy scenes. I feel like all the scenes we had where there was just a lot of action but also a lot of emotion, those were crazy. Like 100 plus background artists, you know, rain, mud, 18 hours of shooting. Like the night that we killed Finn, that I killed Finn, let's be honest. That was, I remember that being really heavy, that scene. And we shot it until sunrise in the pouring rain. It was crazy. Yeah.
There are a lot of scenes that are very emotionally taxing and then others that were like physically taxing. I remember one of the first ones that was difficult was when Echo had to tell Bellamy that Octavia had died. And then previous to that, like, it was physically draining to be, like, season 2 of Echo, she was in Mount Weather, and she was getting bone marrow drilled out of her, so I was wearing, like, a little, like...
You were in like a bandage?
Bandages, basically. And I had to go like walking around outside on the mountain in like bare feet for hours, like wearing nothing. And I remember just being like, I chose this job.
Actually, that's the first time I met you.
Yes.
That was our first meeting.
Yes.
And you were so cold.
I was.
I felt so bad for you. It was freezing.
It was.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Hi. What was your reaction when you found out that Lexa would return for the last time?
What was your reaction when Alexa?
When Lexa returned for the last time?
When Lexa returned for the last time, so in season 7.
Yeah.
I was mostly just stoked to have Alicia back on set because she's awesome. But I was so excited, but then I was really sad that it wasn't actually Lexa. I was like, ugh. But it was still a really special moment and always so good to see Alicia, so it was cool, you know, it was cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, a question for both of you. If you could bring back one character, who would it be? A character that died.
Yeah, if you could have bring back one character, who would it have been and why? Right?
It's a trap. It's a good question. Can I bring back multiple?
Wait. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, no, one character. No, the question was one.
Can they bring back multiple or just one?
No.
It's just one?
No, more.
Oh, it could be more.
Okay.
They have a little discussion. You gave a really tough question, I believe. No. Now I'm curious as well. Who will they pick?
Okay, quickly, without thinking about this long,
Too hard.
We would bring back
Lexa. Alexa.
Alexa.
We would bring back Bellamy.
Yes.
We would bring back Monty.
Yes.
We would bring back Harper.
Yes.
We would bring back Jasper.
Yes.
We would bring back Finn.
I would bring back King Rowan
Yes.
and Luna.
There we go.
Eight in total.
8 in total.
No way. Did you guys
And
really
we're
discuss
probably
that?
forgetting some.
And there's just 30 seconds, you named all those people.
Yes.
Yes.
We also like read each other's minds sometimes. So
Oh,
yeah,
this is superpower.
it is.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And one last question from me, because if you want to ask your own questions today, you can. They will both be standing at the photo booth for a meet and greet, a signing, or whatever, to the left, the whole day. They're all yours, so please make a benefit of it. But we have a lot of young people here in the audience today, a lot of young men, women, whatever. What is an advice you can give to them, basically in life, or to become an actor, or to do whatever they want? Just one nice advice.
Well, I told you yesterday, but I'll say it again in case there's new people here. I've just spent a lot of my life worrying. I care a great deal about what you all think of me. And I've always been so worried about what other people think of me, and it's just, I've learned that it's none of my business. It's none of your business what other people think of you, and to dial back the worry and to turn up the gratitude and to just enjoy the gifts that you've been given in this life. Just breathe and be present. That's it.
It's really nice. Yes. Natasha.
That is excellent advice, Eliza. Just to build on that, I mean, I agree with what you said. I think it's really, 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 really important to find the joy in life and do the things that make you happy. Whatever it is, moving towards the people and things that bring you genuine laughter and love and relaxation, and give lots of hugs. Lots of hugs. Lots of hugs. It's healthy, it's good for us, it's joyful, but living, with as much joy and gratitude as possible is the way to go.
Well, thank you both for
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Give it up for Liza Taylor and Tasha Tels.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.